Hello, Gabrielle.
Oh, Mrs. Buchanan, your butler told me that he wasn't sure if Tina was here or not.
No, actually, she's not.
I'm sorry, I should have called before arriving.
I expect her back, if you'd like to wait.
Yes, please. I'd like to.
Well, sit down. Tell me something. Did you ever speak to Delilah Garrettson about getting a job?
Yes, I did, and she gave me a job.
Well, isn't that wonderful? So you are going to stay in Lambview?
Yes.
Is there anything I can do for you until Tina gets back?
No. No. Well, perhaps there is. Oh, I better wait till Tina gets back. Do you know how long she'll be?
She should be back shortly, but it depends on when the tow truck gets to her.
Tow truck?
Yes, she went for a drive yesterday evening out in the country, and the car broke down, and she couldn't get to a phone, so she spent the night in the car.
Is the baby with her?
No. No, Al's up in the nursery.
Is he all right?
Well, of course he's all right. He's with Kim. Kim is wonderful with babies.
May I go and see him? I promise I won't disturb him if he's asleep.
Well, don't you want to wait for Tina?
Well, Tina's always told me that if I wanted to, I could come and see him. We're quite close these days. I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Well, all right then, if you want to. The nursery is right
I know where it is. Thank you very much. Well, since that incident in my room. Max, why did you want to meet me here?
Let's have a seat. Let's just call it a precaution, okay? I want to make sure no one is listening. Find it a little strange that Rollo didn't call to see if you recovered from your little scare?
Well, he might have. I haven't been at the hotel very much.
Oh. Unless he's finding another plan to sue your father's watch. Gabrielle, it is time you face the facts. Now, Rollo showed a sudden interest in you only after your father died, and then his major interest was in your father's antique jewelry. And then you show up here in Lambview. And what happens? Almost immediately, your good friend Rollo shows up here. Coincidence? I don't think so. And then your room is broken into while you're having dinner with Rollo. I don't think that's a coincidence either.
Max, all of this is getting so complicated.
Listen, Gabrielle, I cannot help you unless you tell me the truth about the facts, all the facts.
Please, Max. All right. All right. I haven't been completely honest with you. Certain things happened down in Argentina. Important things. I think it's time I tell you what they were. I lied about my father's watch. I know where it is. I have all along.
Go on.
I gave it to Tina when we were down in Argentina together.
Tina, wait.
I'm sorry, I should have told you earlier. I realized.
Whoa. When did you have a chance to give Tina a watch?
I told you when she came to Buenos Aires.
I was in Buenos Aires with Tina. You saw her for 10 seconds. You were 30 yards apart.
We were in the jungle together when Jamie was holding her hostage.
Oh, let me get this straight. You gave your father's antique watch to someone you'd only known for a few hours in the middle of a kidnapping.
Look, if you just give me time, I'll explain. I met with Tina later after she went over the falls. And after she had her baby, the natives helped her back to civilization. The only name she knew in Buenos Aires was Medina.
Well, she was able to find you, of course, where I couldn't.
That's right. My grandmother and I took her in, and I cared for her son as though he were my own. We became very close during that time. I gave Tina my father's watch as a token of our friendship. I never would have given it to her if I'd had any idea what danger it would cause.
Why have you and Tina decided to keep this such a big secret?
Because the whole episode was so traumatic for Tina, she doesn't like to talk about it. Besides, I made Tina promise that she never tell you that she knew me. You were looking for me, and I didn't want to be found, do you remember?
Okay. So you and Tina had this big secret pact that you weren't going to break. It doesn't matter right now. What matters is that Tina's got the watch. Oh, God. Her life is in danger. She doesn't even know it.
Doesn't have the watch anymore.
What?
When I went to Lambfair to get the watch, Tina told me that she'd given it to Cord.
Does anyone else know this?
No, not that I know of.
So let's see what else we got here. Tina doesn't have the watch anymore, so she's no longer in danger. That's good. Cord, nobody knows he has the watch. That's good, too.
Max, what are you thinking?
Well, we've got this watch that, someone, possibly Rollo, was willing to kill for. So it must lead to a ton of money. Now, that watch belonged to your father. So wherever it leads, that belongs to you also.
If you're suggesting what I think...
Gabrielle, why let someone else walk away with a fortune when it belongs to you?
My father's fortune was built on his cocaine trade. If you think I'm going to have anything to do with that, you've got another thing coming.
Are you through with the sermon? Now get real. Your father had a lot of money come in that had nothing to do with drugs. He had his horses, his ranch, the real
Yes,
estate.
and all of it was built on sand, white powdered sand.
We don't know that. And until we do, why cut off our options? That watch is the key.
That damn watch, I wish it never existed.
Well, it does. And if we don't find it, someone else will. Now, I don't want you to tell anyone about this, especially not Cord and Tina. We trust me on this. No one's going to get hurt, and no one is going to get rich off of illegal drug money. As long as we keep this between us.
If one life will be made safe, then all right.
You won't be sorry. Come on, let's get you back to a real hotel. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called the Holden Towers.